How Not to Have an Arranged Marriage, written and read by Dr Amir Khan. Prologue. Karachi, Pakistan, 1991. The classroom felt like the inside of an oven. The combination of an exceptionally dry summer and the explosion of traffic around the school over the last few years had thickened the air, making learning a rather uncomfortable experience. Feroza fanned herself with the end of her dupatta, wishing, not for the first time, that her parents could afford to send her to a school with air conditioning. She tried her best to concentrate. History was her favourite subject. She wanted to give it her full attention. Miss Akram had brought in a large map of South Asia from home. She had unrolled it onto her table at the start of the lesson and pinned down its corners with cups from the canteen. They all stood huddled around as she explained how the 1971 war with India and East Pakistan eventually led to the formation of Bangladesh. East Pakistan was very different to the Pakistan we know now, she explained, looking up at the class. We live in an area that was once called West Pakistan. Now we just call it Pakistan because East Pakistan eventually became Bangladesh and there are no longer two Pakistans. She scanned the students. Can anybody tell me about the key differences between East and West Pakistan at the time? Feroza looked at the other girls, waiting for one of them to answer. Nobody raised their hand. Good, she thought. Another opportunity for her to show Miss Akram she was still the cleverest girl in class. She put up her hand. Miss Akram nodded at her. Miss, they both shared a dominant religion of Islam, but were very different in terms of language, ethnicity and culture. She looked around smugly. The East Pakistanis voted for a political party that advocated autonomy for the East, but were blocked by the government in the West, which led to mass protests and eventually war. Very good, Feroza. Miss Akram looked impressed. Feroza beamed with pride. Thank you, miss. Teacher's pet, Sania hissed in her ear. You're just jealous, Feroza whispered back. The thing Feroza loved most about history was learning about Pakistan. She knew it was still a relatively young country, one which had a lot to do before it could catch up with the rest of the world. But they had just had a female Prime Minister, Benazir Bhutto, who had finished a second term in office only last year. That was progress. She often wondered what it would have been like being alive and living here before the British came, before the partition of 1947, when India had been hastily and brutally carved up by the Raj. She imagined the people from all backgrounds, cultures and religions living seemingly peacefully side by side. The bell rang, marking the end of class. She gathered up her things. Did you have to embarrass the rest of us like that? Sania asked as they made their way to the school gates. Sania, it's not my fault you don't do the reading before class, Feroza shrugged. Maybe if you spent more time studying, you would know the answers too. She stopped to wipe the sweat from her forehead. It's so hot, she complained. Can't we take a rickshaw home? And who's going to pay for that? Sania demanded. Do you have the money? Feroza shook her head. Then we're walking. Sania grabbed Feroza's hand. Come on, Azim will be waiting. Azim was Sania's brother. He came from helping his dad out at the market each day to walk the two of them home. Sania lived 2 streets away from Feroza, and their parents knew each other. Feroza's dad bought meat from Sania's dad's market stall, so she was allowed to walk home with them. Sania spotted her brother and headed towards him. Salam, she said to him, handing him her school bag. He gestured for Feroza to do the same. It's okay, I can carry my own things, Feroza said. It was the same thing she told him every day. He shook his head. Give it to me. I will carry your bag for you, Azim said quietly. Feroza handed him her bag. Thank you, she said. He nodded. Azim led the way. The streets of North Nazmabad were heavy with traffic. They had to navigate a busy roundabout where several lanes of traffic came at them haphazardly. People on mopeds whizzed past, honking their horns. Brightly coloured buses inched out from roads, not waiting for other vehicles to give way. Azim cautioned them as they walked past a stray dog who was nursing her pups on the side of the road. All Feroza could think about was getting home and lying underneath the ceiling fan in her bedroom. They eventually got to Feroza's street. You can leave me here if you want, she said to Sania. You don't have to walk me to the door. It's too hot. Are you sure? Sania asked. Yes, I'll be fine. Okay, Azim, let's go, Sania said to her brother. Azim shook his head. No, we will walk you all the way home, he said to Feroza. But Azim, it's so hot, Sania complained. She said she'll be fine. I can see her
Sample complete. Ready to continue?